Good morning, here I am again in my office. Today we have more house things happening. I've got two men coming to the house. Man number one is from a removal company and he's due any minute now, and he's going to have a look around the house and then give me a quote for removal. And man number two is not coming till much later in the afternoon, and he's from another removal company. I've tried to go for two local firms. It's an absolutely beautiful day here. Cool, I don't know if I need to cut that grass tonight. I will make sure to do it before we leave. Another thing that I have to do today is pay the surveyor, because I'm having my survey done on the house that I've put an offer in for later on this week. So fingers crossed that that goes okay and doesn't throw up anything horrible. But my office is currently looking like this. I've started to pack some things, chucking a lot of stuff out yesterday. I've got my bin bag, a charity bag. I've run out of recycling bags, but I've decided I'll just use some inside-out charity bags for now and then transfer them over. I'll go out and get some tomorrow. We can get them from our local village, but I think I need to be in for most of today for all the visitors. So apologies yet again for these vlogs being so home-based at the moment and me chatting non-stop. It's just the way life is at the moment, I'm afraid, with the house and everything, so we're going to go with it, and then hopefully once it's all done and dusted we'll be getting back to our normal adventures again. And if we can fit in any adventures in the meantime, we will. I might make a start on this messy kitchen while I'm waiting for him to come. He's actually coming by bus, he said, because I don't know if his van's being serviced or something. There was some reason why he was going to get the bus, and it was a very out of the ordinary thing for him to be doing. This one now is the most local. He's literally in the same village as me. In it goes. Just coming up to 11, kitchen's looking slightly better, I'm in the middle of washing up. Removal man number one was going to come between 10:30 and 11, so he's got 2 minutes left. But now I come to think of it, this is the one that wanted me to send him a text over the weekend to remind him that he had agreed to come. And I remember saying at the time on Friday, 'cause, you know, I was out of home as well, I was hanging around in a cafe, and I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll send you a text now with all my details on, my name and address, and you'll have my number. And just leave it as unread, and then when you get to your diary, put it in. And he was very reluctant to agree to this, but he did agree to it, and now he's not here. So let's give him another half hour or so and see what happens. I'm just standing out here looking at my drain. Now, I was convinced this was blocked, because I've seen loads of wet all around, which I presume came out of my waste pipes, but it seems to have coped with both sinks being let go at once, and the washing machine waste so far, which is what this is. I thought I was going to have to come out and unblock this before I left the house. I was absolutely dreading it. Oh, it'd be good not to have to do that. I was dreading that. I hate unblocking outside drains. Still all right. Yes. That bloke's still not here. I don't think he's coming. Well, it'd be really good to know if he's definitely not coming, because I've got things I ought to be doing down the village that I'm putting off until tomorrow that really I ought to be doing today. Because I need to get Izzy's prescription, and I need to get some more recycling bags as well, because I'm completely out. I think maybe I'll just risk it, get on the phone and pay that bill to the surveyor. Then that's off the list then. I'm going to put my strimmer battery on to charge, since I'm actually home today. We're home tomorrow as well. It's now nearly 11:30 and he still hasn't come. So I'm not sure how long to leave it before going up the village, because it'd be just my luck if he turns up while I'm out. But I don't want to chase him, because if somebody's not able to keep an initial appointment without me texting him to remind him, then I don't really want that company. For the first time this year, I think the weather is good enough that I can actually dry the laundry on the line in the garden. It's actually quite serene and tranquil out here for a change. It's a gentle breeze blowing. It's quite warm, and I think the washing should dry all right today. Quite often in the UK at this time of year, you put it out, you spend ages putting it out, and then you get it back in the evening and it's just still damp. You've still got to hang it up in the house anyway. I've got a visitor. Hello, you. Who are you looking at? Meow. There we are, all done and flapping gently in the wind. Let's go back down the steps. This is the retaining wall I mentioned the other day in a vlog when I said I never wanted another retaining wall. This originally, this retaining wall, was one wall about that high there, you know where that is. Really, oh hang on, let's go down and show you. I'll just put that on my butt. Now it goes up there, and then it goes up there, and then it goes up there, and then there's a flat bit, and then it goes up again. Well, originally it was just one very, very, very steep flight of steps there coming all the way down, and it was further back than it is now. But one day it just went bang. There was a whole load of rubble backing up against what was here, which was a lean-to shed made of wood. And I had to have it redone. It was very expensive and awkward, and nobody could get a digger in because of the back wall. The original one was lovely, but it was, you know, the original stone. I wanted them to rebuild it with the existing materials, but I had a very extortionate quote for that, so they clearly didn't want to do it. 20 to 12. Second laundry load going on. Might as well wash clothes while the sun shines. Well, Mr. Very Local Removal Person has not turned up, and it's now 12:15, so I'm going to go up the village and try and catch the chemist and get some recycling bags before things shut down for lunch. Back from the village. It's beautiful out there. Right, I've got more recycling bags. I've got Izzy's prescription, and I've got toothpaste because we're going to run out before we move, I'm certain of it. Pop that up there. Izzy's been working on maths this morning and is about to start her English, and I'm going to read her this later. I'm going to make a start. It's all about the evolution of the English language. My dad's recommended it to us, so we're going to give it a go and see if she finds it interesting or not. Might give it the half an hour test or something. I don't know. I'm struggling a bit with Izzy's science and geography curriculum at the moment, to be honest, because she's just not interested in it. She does not want to learn science or geography, and I'm trying so hard to make it interesting for her. But I'm struggling a bit, so I think we might... I mean, we'd started early on the Key Stage 4 stuff anyway, because she's not strictly Key Stage 4 till September. So we might give it a little bit of a break for now and just try to read some books which are informative and full of facts and have a bit of a narrative flow to them and see if we get on any better with those. It's worth an experiment, I think. I've just been Googling on my phone here how long I need to keep all my records for my self-employment, like receipts and bank statements, that sort of thing. And it's 5 years after the 31st of January submission deadline of the relevant tax year. So that's good, because I think I've been keeping them for 6 years, but I haven't had a big cull for at least a year. So I reckon there's 2 years worth I could get rid of up there. I reckon I'm getting a bit dithery now. I think it's time to stop and cook lunch. There's one vegan curry appeared with lots of lentils and goodness in. Yes, I'm listening to the Portuguese news again. And that in there is couscous. For some reason I had 3 massive packets of couscous in the cupboard, so let's work our way through those. There's my washing all drying on the line. Look at that lovely blue sky. Very unusual for here. The drain is still not overflowing, even though I've done 2 machine loads now and washed up. Must have just been the heavy rain all along, continuously coming out of the gutters off the roof, overwhelming the drain. That's really good news. I so hate blocking drains. I have to sort of run away from it every so often and gulp some fresh air and then go back to it. I'm not good at drains. These shells here are gradually emptying more and more and more. Whenever I finish a jar or something, I just chuck the jar away, because they're all recycled things anyway, you know. There's nothing special there particularly. Apart from that. And that, I shall keep those. It's about 4:15 now. Me and Izzy enjoyed that book that we were reading together, actually. All about the evolution of the English language. It's quite funny. He's been talking about its idiosyncrasies, lots of elements that English language has that other languages don't have, and vice versa. And it's been quite eye-opening, actually, already. And we've only read the first chapter. Mr. Mann came from the other removal company. He hasn't given me a quote yet, but he's gone around all the rooms and he's noted down any significant objects. So he's going to call me back and give me a quote at some point. He's actually recommended that I get some quotes from different companies as well. He said, well, to be honest, love, we are very busy, so to get some backup plans on the go. Oh, goodness. Anyway, Izzy really, really wants to take herself swimming, so she's just literally phoned up the leisure centre and I got her to ring, and she did it herself and asked what time the pool was open, how much was it, because we haven't been for ages, what coins do the lockers take, that sort of thing. And she did it all on her own, her first really business-like phone call to a stranger, so I was very proud of her for doing that. So another first off the list. And I'm going to stay home and work on housey things and have a bath, because I really fancy one. I've got chilly because I had the door open because the sun was out, but actually it's a bit too cold for it. I've got freezing, so I've got my hat on. Whoa, look at that! I've emptied a whole full bath out and not a spillage out of the drain can be seen. It's definitely not blocked. This is awesome news. So one lovely hot deep bath later, and here I am, kind of in my pyjama bottoms for the rest of the evening now. It's about 20 to 6. I'm going to dash up to the garden now and get my washing in, and then I'm going to have a bit of a clear out in the office and try and get some paperwork that is more than 5 years old out of all my folders and shred them. That's my job now. The light's not fading that much, to be honest. Look, it's still blue up there. How unusual. But we live in a valley, you see. There's a big load of higher ground that side and that side as well, and so when the sun sets, like, it goes shady first here for ages before it goes down completely. It's the nature of living in a valley. There's next door's cat, jumped off the wall as soon as I put the camera on it. Now, I do like it when I can dry my washing outside because I feel like I'm getting something for free. I think it's dry, though possibly it's slightly damp, but maybe it's just cold. I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to spread it out on the bed here. If it is damp, it's so slight that I can't tell if it is or isn't. Apart from the towel, and I've just put that over the banister, that's definitely still a bit damp. I've got a coffee on the go again. I decided I might as well try and enjoy this decluttering process, since, you know, it's going to lead on to a very good end result. So let's be all ceremonious about it and have nice coffee and, you know, get comfy, get settled in for the evening. So I've been at this a while now. I've gone through all of these folders up here. I'm starting to put a few papers in the recycling, and I've got a big amount in there for shredding, so that's going to keep me busy for a while. I've realised the nature of filing some of that stuff has changed a bit now, and you know, some of those folders have only got a few sheets in, so I'm wondering if I really need a folder for each of quite a lot of those things, like the TV licence. I think I only need to keep the most recent one and the most recent water... Oh no, maybe I need to keep my water bills. I don't know, because I do officially work from home, because a lot of my practice counts as hours worked, you see. Maybe I need to keep those. But I think what I'm going to do is use that expanding file that I found the other day and transfer some of the things in there so I can do away with some of those great big ring binders. I will keep them, I'll reuse them for other projects, but it'll reduce the amount of space they're going to take up for now. I'll just put them on top for now, and when I see how many categories I've got, I think then I'll write the little labels inside. This is where I have to resist trying to put in more than about 5 sheets at once, because it will jam and it will be more time consuming, and I've got a big pile. So maybe sometime. Here we go. The recycling bag is now looking like this. Looks more impressive once you shred it, doesn't it? Looks like more. It's about 10 to 9 in the evening now. Izzy is long since back from her swimming adventure. I've been doing lots of sorting in the office, and something a little bit exciting starting to happen on the channel. Look! 11 to go till 1,000 subscribers. I've been at this for 2.5 years, working as absolutely hard as I can on this channel, you know, with the limited amounts of spare time that I have. So I am very excited that we might be soon into counting down from 10 to go. Yeah, thanks everybody, thank you so much. 990 is the countdown from 10. My sub count never goes up this fast. Normally it's like 2 a day at the most. But the thing is, when it got to about 18 to go, I posted on my own personal Facebook page, 18 subscribers to go, so excited. And so some of my friends are being supportive now and chipping in with the cause, bless them. Thank you very much. Most appreciated. And in other news, my shredder is getting very jammed up. but I have shredded that much stuff, so, you know, it's going well. I have freed up this many ring binders. Well, it says that on the real time and that on the dashboard, so your guess is as good as mine. I suppose the official version will be here, won't it? On the channel tab. So what does it say here? Oh, here it says 991. Let's see, I got my watch time. That took me absolute ages, but I made some vlogs about Lisbon and they were much more popular than my normal content, so I got lots of extra watch time. So look at that. 9 to go. Oh dear, this is the underside of my shredder. Yes, I have unplugged it from the wall. That's still on 991. I should probably just stop looking at it. Analytics only move when you don't look at them. They're a bit like the weeping angels in Doctor Who. I'm going in with the skewer. Now, don't forget, this is unplugged from the electricity. Never try to fiddle with a shredder when it's plugged in. Make sure you unplug it. And presumably I could blunt the blades if I touch the metal against it, so I'm taking great care not to do that too. Oh my word. It's very compacted and very zigzaggy. Ooh. And maybe sometime I think we could be back in business. Oh yes! How are those channelytics doing? No, haven't moved. Well, I think you can see how this evening is going to pan out. I'm going to keep on shredding stuff, jamming up the machine and unjamming it and plugging it back in and shredding more stuff, and obsessively checking my analytics every 5 minutes to see if I've got any more subscribers. So I'm going to end the vlog there. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!